What's going on, everyone? So today I'm going to be reviewing Captain America Civil War, and this review will definitely have spoilers, so spoiler alert, this is your warning. If you have not seen the movie yet, do not watch this review. So it starts off, this big fight's going on with like Captain America's team. He's doing all this Avengers type of stuff. And while Scarlet Witch is trying to save Captain America, she ends up killing like a pretty big amount of people, and she's so shocked. She's got her hand over her mouth. She's like so freaked out. She's like, oh no, I've done this bad thing. And it has her on her bed like crying, watching the news, and Captain America walks in and he's like, hey man, we can't save everyone. And what I hate about this movie is that Captain America, it's not so much he's fighting for freedom, it's just that he doesn't care if people die. Scarlet Witch kills a lot of people and he's like, ah, well, don't feel too bad about it. People die all the time. We can't save everyone. It's like, you're supposed to save everyone. Like, you're supposed to care that you can't save everyone. But it really has no impact when she kills a bunch of people because you know that she's going to end up on Captain America's team. So you know that she's going to kill a bunch of people and be like, oh, well. Another thing that really annoyed me during this movie was Tony Stark's weird CGI head. Seriously, when he's in the Iron Man suit and his head is like Robert Downey Jr., before, like, in every other Iron Man movie, the CGI, like the Iron Man suit has been CGI, but it's never looked this bad and out of place. Like, there's this weird sort of shadow on his neck, and some parts I don't think that it's sort of, when he turns, the Iron Man suit turns as well, it just looks really, really bad. It just does not look good, and I don't know how they've somehow made it worse. It's just his head, and it looks really out of place when he's wearing this suit. Another thing that I'm getting all of the dislikes out there just so I can talk about things that I like. Something that I didn't like was the way that Ant-Man chose to be on Captain America's side, because the way it sort of introduces him to the movie is that he's just sleeping in Hawkeye's van. Like, he's not, oh, I'm going to be on Captain America's side because Hank Pym was screwed over by Stark. He mentions that, but he doesn't mention that to be why he's on the side. He mentions that, like, after the fight. You've got to tell people why you're doing this rather than after the fight you're like, by the way, this is why I'm doing it. Also, Bucky, I didn't really feel sorry for him. Not like, okay, I feel sorry for him, but not as much as people would hope. Everything that Bucky does in the movie, Captain America's like, mate, he's my friend, he doesn't want to do it. Like, he's being controlled, he doesn't want to do it. But I mean, Bucky could have punched a baby in the face with like his metal fist, and Captain America would have been like, but he's my friend and babies get punched all the time. You can't stop every baby from getting punched, so like, he's my friend. And there's also a moment when they like capture Bucky and he's in this like glass cage. There's this moment where he's in the glass cage and this dude walks up to him and he's talking to him, and there's no one watching. There's no like security, there's no cameras, there's no one else there. There's no one watching the most dangerous character in the entire movie. Like, the one guy that just needs a little thing to trigger his mind and kill a bunch of people. No one's looking after him? Seriously, why? Also, there's one quick thing that I didn't like about it. There's this moment where someone's flying off in a helicopter and Captain America runs over, grabs the helicopter, like grabs the little bottom part of the helicopter with one hand, grabs the helipad with the other, and is just like flexing like crazy. Like, he's holding a helicopter down and he's like got muscles popping. It just seemed really dumb and cheesy, and it was only there so people would watch it and be like, man, Chris Evans huge, isn't he? But it doesn't add to the story. It's just like, man, look at his biceps, am I right? Okay, that's enough of the things that I didn't like. Let's talk about things I did like. Spider-Man. Spider-Man is awesome. He's my favorite superhero character, actually. Fun fact. This is my phone case. I've had this for a while now. Spider-Man phone case. So, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and the way that this was portrayed and Spider-Man was, like, shown was awesome. It was really good. More funny than I was expecting, and it was still good. He was still a really good Spider-Man, really good Peter Parker. The actor pulled it off really well, so congrats, mate. He's just like a dumpster diver, they say in the movie. He's shown in, like, the first shot of him is carrying like a DVD player that he took from like, I'm assuming a dumpster or an alley, and his costume to begin with is really bad. It's not good. It's like just a red suit, like a red spandex suit with like black goggles on it, and it's bad, and it's supposed to be bad. And the suit that they give him, that suit's really good too. It's just different. It's very different because my favorite Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or the Sam Raimi Spider-Man and the cartoon Spider-Man. They're my favorite Spider-Mans of all time. And this one is not far from it. It is really good and really well shown. So guys, my final rating for Captain America Civil War will be a 6.5 out of 10. I'm sorry if you really enjoyed this movie. That's fine. If you didn't enjoy this movie, that's also fine. This is just my opinion. I really wasn't sort of pumped for this movie, and I wasn't sort of going to hate this movie before it came out. I really was sort of neutral. The only thing I really was excited for was Spider-Man, and I got a great Spider-Man, and so I'm happy with that. But I haven't read Civil War comics. I'm not sort of a comic person. I just like the superhero movies. I mean, I've read some comics, but I'm not sort of up to date with the comics, so I wasn't disappointed with the story. But that being said, it was an okay movie. I just didn't really I didn't like that it wasn't just Captain America and Iron Man fighting. There was some other backstory that I really wasn't interested in. So thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please click the like button below, and I will see you guys in the next video. See you guys.